Hi, 201. I'm back for another read aloud of our Diamond Daniel book, okay? If you remember, we left off with Demarius and Diamond photocopying the flyers for the clothing drive, and then the librarian came to help them because they were having trouble. The librarian, where we just left off, the librarian took the flyers and brought them back to the room where only staff are allowed. And Diamond and Demarius are waiting for the librarian to come back, okay? I'm just going to start right where we left off. The librarian disappeared behind a door marked staff only. Diamond and Demarius sat at the table whispering, wondering how long they'd have to wait. A few minutes later, the librarian returned holding a big stack of flyers. One look told Diamond there were way more than 56 copies they had enough money to pay for. The librarian laid the still warm stack of copies on the table and leaned down to whisper in Diamond's ear. "I threw in a few extra copies," she said. "It was for a good cause." Diamond's eyes grew wide. She looked from the librarian to Demarius and back to the librarian. Diamond hardly knew what to say. "Thank you," said Demarius, for them both. "Yes," said Diamond, finding her voice again. "Thank you." "Now," said the librarian, "do you need some help cutting these?" Diamond and Demarius both nodded. The librarian smiled, laid 3 pairs of scissors on the table, and pulled up a chair to join the girls. That evening, Diamond called Free and told him all about her plans for a clothing drive, and about the flyer, and about how Demarius helped her with it. Free listened carefully, and when Diamond was done talking, Free said exactly the right thing. "So when do I get my stack of flyers to hand out?" Chapter 9, Spreading the Word. Diamond wasted no time. She passed out flyers all weekend, sliding one underneath the front door of every apartment in her building. Free did the same in his building, and Demarius even handed out a few at the shelter where she lived. The way she figured, if she had $5 stashed away, maybe someone else had $1 or $2 they'd like to give to help somebody else in need. "If you never ask, you never know," said Demarius. "At least that's what my mom is always saying." On Monday, the 3 friends stood outside of the school and handed out flyers to students on their way to class. The 3 T's took flyers, curious to see what was going on. They stood a few feet away reading. Then Diamond watched as Tylisha threw hers on the ground. Her friends Tanya and Tamika did the same. "Hey," snapped Diamond, "we worked hard on those. If you don't want yours, then give them back." Tamika, looking a little embarrassed, bent down to pick them up. She walked over to Diamond and held the flyers out to her. "Sorry," Tamika whispered. Diamond snatched the papers from her, keeping her thoughts to herself. "Shouldn't have wasted our flyers on the 3 T's in the first place," thought Diamond. It's not like those fashion plates were about to give up any of their precious clothes. "Hurry up, Tamika," called Tylisha. "We don't want to be late to class." "Oh, please," said Diamond. The 3 T's were late all the time. Forget them, thought Diamond. Diamond handed out flyers to the next batch of kids passing by. "Can they use some scarves?" asked one girl. "I've got a bunch of them." They need some turtlenecks, asked another girl. "Who is Isabel?" asked a boy. Before Diamond could answer, another boy tossed his copy of the flyer in the air. "I ain't giving nobody the shirt off my back." "Nobody wants your ugly old shirt," Free shot back. Diamond just shook her head. She answered everyone's questions as best she could and kept handing flyers out until the first bell rang. Then She and her friends stuffed the remaining flyers in their backpacks and raced to class. All right, guys, that's the end of chapter 8 and chapter 9. I read chapter 9 too. We are going to stop at chapter 10. It's called Pulling Together. So you can think about what that chapter may be about. And go ahead and answer the question in reaction to these 2 chapters we read today. Okay? Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.